I knew a dog named Maggie, used to follow me around my hometown. She looked like a wolf, she laughed like a hyena, she cast no shadow on the ground. All the stray dogs in my neighborhood barked and howled as I passed by, but Maggie never showed me her teeth, she never left my side. Maggie the mud is frightening someone for those that do not know. And Maggie the mud ain't nothing but a reflection of my soul.
Fuel your dog with confidence. Fuel them with power. Fuel them with Joy High Performance 2618, made with the highest quality of ingredients, with beef being the first. Our key ingredients, omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, glucosamine and chondroitin, vitamin E and zinc, will have your dog's coat looking healthier than ever, healthier joints, and a stronger immune system. Not only will your dog have more confidence in the field with our high performance, but you can rest assured that you are feeding your dog a top quality food, knowing that all of our products are 100% American made and our brand has gone over 75 years without any recalls. Fuel your dog with confidence. Fuel them with Joy High Performance 2618. Call 800-245-4125 or visit our website joydogfood.com to find a dealer near you.
Hoop and Tater Franklin of Dakota Lights have been my friends for a long time. They've always been there when I needed them, when I asked them for something, for a donation for a youth hunt, or to build the light the way I wanted, or whatever. They're good guys, and they're good to do business with, and they are, without a doubt, a couple of the unique characters in this sport. And so when I had the opportunity to sit down with them at Autumn Oaks this year, I didn't want to waste it. The recording situation was not ideal. As you'll hear, we recorded this in the back of an aluminum trailer in the middle of Autumn Oaks, so in a rainstorm. So the audio quality is not going to be what you're used to, but still, this is going to crack you up. These guys are two of the more unique individuals in the sport, and two guys that I just love to sit down and visit with. And I wanted to share that with everybody. So sit back, enjoy, try to ignore the rain and the dogs and everything, and listen. And you guys, to say the least, I think you'll be entertained.
Hey, we're live.
What a live fest.
Welcome to the Fueled by Joy podcast, and I'm joined. You're getting your notes out. I'm joined by Hoop and Tater Franklin, and you're going to hear some background noise. We are at Autumn Oaks. There's going to be dogs barking. We've set up a makeshift, may not be the right word for it, podcast studio in the back of Hoop and Tater's trailer. And you guys have been my friends for quite a while. I buy my lights off of you, and you guys have donated the Trader Inc. hunt and all that stuff. And we make it a point, or I make it a point, I don't know if y'all like seeing me or not, but I make it a point to go over and visit you guys every year at Oaks in your tent. And this is going to be a little different in the fact that I want to hear some stories.
Story time.
I don't want to. We're not going to do the where'd you grow up and the dogs you hunted, because you guys hunt plots. They aren't that interesting anyway.
Nobody cares about that. Everybody knows that we're at the bottom of the barrel and they feel sorry for us. They don't want to hear about coon hunting with plot dogs.
There you go, Chris Powell. You hear that?
And that's one thing we never do. We never talk about coon hunting. We don't talk about that. We talk about crazy things that we get into.
Now,
a lot of this is involves coon hunting that we got into it, and a lot of it involves family night at the Sam's Club.
I'm already giggling. I want you guys. We're gonna. You study your notes.
I'm going over them. I'm getting them in order.
I want to hear.
I don't know where to start. This is a train wreck.
Hey, I don't know where we're starting. I want the world to hear about your cousin in the candy aisle at Sam's Club.
Okay, before we go any further, Hope just kind of described this as what our cousin is. He is a train wreck.
Nicest guy on planet Earth.
Nicest guy on the planet Earth. But it's like a train wreck. You don't want it to happen, but you
can't help from watching.
You gotta watch it.
And I'm the biggest instigator in the world. Me and Tater, you put us together with him. He's red faced, his blood pressure goes through the roof. And we just cheer it on. And
we know how to get under his skin. We know how to get it. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
All right, lay it out. Lay out the same. I always said Walmart, and then I couldn't think.
Club.
Yes, it was Sam's Club because details matter.
Right. And if this old man's still alive, sir, we apologize.
if some guy that got, we'll just go on with the story here. This is about 2012, Tater.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago or so.
Every bit of it.
We're a pretty tight family. Mom and Dad, me, Tater, of course, ex-girlfriends and wives by now at the time was all with us. And I don't know, we'd been to eat at Red Lobster, nice family night out. So we go to the Sam's Club and we're just hanging out and doing whatever. So me and our cousin's name is Zeb Brown. I guarantee a lot of he's been around the Conuts with us for a lot of years.
Long curly-headed guy, big beard.
Yeah, looks kind of like a Sasquatch, I guess. Yeah. And we got a Facebook page, Random Pics of Zeb. So go check that out.
Yeah.
You can put a face with the stories you're going to hear.
That's
going to
get a lot of new likes.
We're fixing to blow up here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're sitting here at the candy aisle, and this guy in what we call a jazzy, I guess it's, I thought that was the correct term for it.
Yes, a motorized scooter.
It's a motorized scooter. So this old guy in a jazzy, he's got his oxygen tank, and he's just in bad shape. So we're sitting there looking at candy, and Tater, you can't get quiet on this. You got to back me up. Sorry, you can put that phone down. We're sitting there looking, and all of a sudden, Zeb turns around. And he's like,
"Well, is this PG?"
Well, we're going to try to keep it as PG as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to say F.
Abbreviations.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll take over from here.
Okay. Let me lay it out. Let me make sure everybody knows what we're doing. Me, you, and Zeb, and our family's mingling around. They're not all there with us, but it's me, you, and Zeb.
Yeah, we're just killing
Zeb's
time
wife.
looking at candy.
Yeah. Well, so we're sitting there, and this guy in a jazzy comes up, and he's at least
80.
Yeah, and he's 10 feet from Zeb.
And all you hear is from his oxygen tank.
All right, then.
So, I mean, he didn't even do anything.
No, the old man's sitting there.
His oxygen tank was going off.
Yeah,
Zeb was pissed off because he was an old man on oxygen in America.
Exactly.
And that was it. That's the only reason to be mad at this man.
He had no other option.
Nothing.
No other reason to be mad.
Probably a nice guy.
Oh, I'm sure he
Probably would
was.
have bought us candy. But anyways, so he says, excuse me, buddy. You got a problem? With some words in between that.
A lot of extra words in between that.
And all the old man said was, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, excuse me, sir.
He was trying to get by you guys.
He wasn't even trying to get by. He was parked 10 feet from us, just sitting there.
Wasn't even in the way.
I guess he wanted the Skittles we was trying to get. He was just waiting his turn to get some iron heads. You know?
But he got probably, I would say, in his, we'll estimate 80 years, probably one of the worst cussings
of his life,
just for being in a wheelchair and being in Sam's in Knoxville, Tennessee,
and being lazy.
Because he was a piece of trash that should have got up and walked.
Carry your oxygen tank instead of putting it in the back of that jazz.
Get your cane out of the back of your truck. We're tired of these jazzies everywhere. We can't even shop because of them.
All right, well, we're going to get on with the story. I feel like we're
killing this one, because we've got lots more. So he just goes off on the man, tells him to get up and walk, tells him he's going to whoop his hind end.
You could say ass. You could say ass.
Well, he was going to get up and walk, lazy ass.
That's what he said.
That's all you can hear. And the old man's just flabbergasted. Yeah, you're nothing, you know.
This old man's eyes looks like golf balls because he ain't never heard.
He probably went home and died.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean he got I felt bad for him. Like, I wanted to buy him candy when it was over with. So that's just one of the mini Zebs.
But it
What
just
about-
kept on
what
and
about-
on. It wasn't no let it go. It wasn't no 10-second cussing and let it go.
Listen,
Won't you get up and do something about it? Won't you do something about it?
Yeah, he was trying to
And this poor old
instigate
guy
this
could-
old man.
Yeah, he was trying to get him riled up, and this old man was still a gentleman.
Been funny if
through
that
the
old man would have
cussing.
whooped his ass.
Got up and beat him with that cane. and
I showed him how lazy he was.
Knocked him over the head with
1932
his
Golden
oxygen
Glove.
tank.
It was just one of them. I had to be that thing.
Did you ask Zeb why that he did this?
I've known Zeb. I'll be 33 years old in November, and I've known Zeb 33 years, and I don't have to know why. Because I don't have to ask why, because I know why.
He don't
and
know
anybody that he don't even know why. He just likes.
It's
Sometimes
it's a train
he's
wreck.
like Ricky Bobby's dad. It can't go too good all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
But the funniest one now.
Did you hold on? Did you ask Zeb why?
We told him, we said, we messed with him. This last week we was talking
Yeah,
about
we
it.
talked-
We
this
still
is a
talk- I
normal
said, and I'll tell him,
conversation.
I said, we call him Bones. I said, Bones, that guy was 10 feet from. No, he wasn't. He still gets riled up to this day.
I'll F him up.
He better be glad I didn't beat his hind end.
Choke him out with his oxygen cord.
So you think if Zeb's just minding his own business, walking down the street tomorrow, and that old man is across the street getting that out of like a popcorn stand or
Right.
something,
Round
he's
two.
gonna go over there and start some shit again.
No, he probably would. He can cuss me and you right now, and tomorrow we'll be best friends. He's got short term. He just gets in one of them moods, and he likes riling people up and getting sideways sometimes.
But dude has really calmed down. So he's got a 16-year-old kid now. A good wife, a
Yeah.
great wife.
Angel of a wife.
And
So
we're
he's got
prob-
no reason to be angry.
Oh
No,
he's got.
and we're probably making him out to be. And he's not a bad guy. Like
No,
I said, anybody that knows him, he's got a heart of
I
gold.
want to do a follow-up episode
Oh,
too
we have
with
to.
Zeb.
We have to.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
he's
I love
the
this
nicest
guy.
guy.
I love him already.
This guy, we'll never know about it. I know a few things, and a lot of people that knows him know a few things, but there's no telling how much he's bought for people that
Yeah,
need it,
yeah, just,
how much
Yep.
money he's gave. He's got a heart of gold.
He'll cuss you out, but he'll buy your groceries too.
He may catch you out while he's buying your groceries, but he ain't gonna let nobody go hungry.
Right.
All right, check your notes. What else you
No,
got?
this is up next. The Sonic hot dog.
Okay, we'll go another
so
one.
this is when he's kind of still. You've got to take him with a grain of salt. I guess not a grain of salt. It's just a. How am I trying to put this?
You just
he's-
gotta know him. I mean,
Well, I mean, he's calmed down a lot since then.
yeah,
This was younger. This has been
yeah, he's 40.
15 years ago.
This
14
is
years
in
ago.
Wilder days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I'm talking like if you just have been around him or know, like if something happens, it's like a bomb. You're waiting for it to go off. The fuse has been lit.
You don't know. It's not if, it's when.
So we are going to Pigeon Forge or something for the weekend. So we stop at
Tater, put the phone down, son. It's story time.
It's also work time. Anyways,
We ain't gotta wait.
Take
Somebody
time.
look here. Somebody
Take
seen
time.
us come in here.
yeah, sorry. We'll
The world ain't listening
Yeah,
or anything,
yeah.
but yeah, just
Oh,
at
live?
your leisure. No.
Oh,
not
okay.
live.
Okay. All right. So we stop and get us a quick bite to eat at Sonic. So he gets him a big foot-long hot dog, and he's cutting it with a fork, all proper and all this and that. And he's not dressed up, but got a button-up shirt, whatever. So the tray breaks. It's nobody's fault other than I guess the cardboard manufacturer, and it just dumps his hot dog in his lap. and I'm just waiting for GD mother F and all this and that, but just calmly and collectedly he just scoops all the hot dog and chili back into the tray, opens his door, stands out, knocks on the window
At Sonic, the
at
big
Sonic,
window.
the big windows. all the workers look, and he goes, throws the hot dog on the window, and it just right, and there's a hot dog streak. This dude is the reason. I've seen him throw milkshakes.
This is the reason it's a felony to throw things through a drive-through.
Yeah, I've
Zeb
seen
Brown.
him throw stuff at people through drive-thrus.
There's no telling how much. I don't like going out to eat with him because I don't like eating spit and other bodily fluids that I know we've all ate over.
But
the
you'll get a
years.
free meal most of the time if you go with him.
Yeah, he's gonna throw a big enough fit that's just gonna be like, "Here, you ain't gotta pay for that."
Oh yeah,
Yeah, get outta here, buddy.
we're
You're
sorry.
barred.
We're sorry. Yeah, get out of here. You get your free meal and get the heck out of here. And
You
don't
know,
ever
there's
come
been a
back.
point in my life where that human being would be fairly handy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you know,
yeah.
If
back-
you don't think about it. But if you think about it,
There's no telling what you're eating.
you want to piss me off in a restaurant when I'm cooking your food? No.
What's sad is Tater's worked at a restaurant before, so
Papa's Pizza in Tellico.
Probably wouldn't give a shout out to that, but
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
okay. Well, while we're, I got another one about Zeb. Then we'll get on to more
right.
stupid things. We was at a hunt in Tell City, Indiana. I can't remember when this was, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and it's a fancy restaurant. Not fancy, but fancy-ish. And we're seated in the back at like the banquet area. It's a day like today. It's
Yeah.
raining. It's nasty. We go in there. He eats ketchup on everything. Gets his steak or whatever. Asks the waitress, nice young lady, for ketchup. She brings him a bottle of ketchup. When somebody hands me a bottle of something, I usually check it because I don't want to have ketchup all over me. He didn't check the lid. He makes about 1, 2, 3 shakes, maybe, I guess, and this lid comes off, and it looks like you've cut his throat. He is red. He has ketchup.
And now, before you go further,
everywhere.
we're talking like, imagine this guy as like Sasquatch. Like that would.
Well, they're going to be able to see him because I guarantee you they're going to look
Random
at pictures
pictures
of
of
that.
Zeb.
Random
You'll be able
pictures of
to see.
that.
Yep, Facebook, Random Pics of Zeb. Go follow it. Like.
So he takes this glass bottle of ketchup and slings it. Goes to cussing. This effing Yankee ketchup. That waitress, she done this Yankee ketchup. That's what this is. She done that on purpose. I said, Bones, no, yes, she did. Well, he rips his shirt off in this restaurant. I mean, rips it off.
Harry Man.
He's sitting, he's hairy. We're back there in the back, and there's a dozen of us at this table, and we're all laughing and instigating. He walks out in the rain, like today, and just stands at the truck. I guess the truck's locked. He left his keys in there or something, so he's standing out there just stewing for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, cooling down.
And I think he finally found another shirt and come back inside. But it was,
What did the waitress say?
they didn't know what to say. They'd never seen nobody like this. They'd never seen nothing like that happen. They got a minor cussing. They didn't get a great cussing, but they got enough. But I guess he wanted to get the ketchup off of him, so he didn't have time to really cuss them.
We got to get Zeb on the
Oh,
podcast.
gosh.
Have to.
Bad thing is, halfway through the podcast, his drink may spill, and all you'll hear is.
You may get. We got it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may get cussed halfway.
Yeah.
We may all get
you
cussed
and
halfway.
this
I'm outta here.
podcast and YouTube, Spotify, whatever it's on.
If yes, everybody, leave for 15 minutes, come back and say, hey, I'll get you the hamburgers.
I went and got us a pizza.
Oh. Tell me a hunting story. You guys got any hunting stories?
Listen, I've got 2.
Has it
Good
been over
hunt
7
story.
years? Because ain't that the statute of limitations in Tennessee?
We're going to say it is.
We're going to say.
Yeah, we're
We're
not
not
going
gonna
to
say
It's
that.
been, it's
we
been
can
8
always
years
say
ago.
this is fiction in case someone
Exactly. We're just lying here.
asks. Yeah.
Come find us.
Telling tales.
So the first hunting story is, I had bought, I had a plot dog called Bill's R&R Otis.
Mm-hmm.
Had bought him from.
Oh, this ain't.
Yeah, this ain't bad.
Charlie-
Tony Bills,
Tony
a
Bills
great
had him.
guy in Michigan.
Yeah,
Don't know if
yeah
you
I
Shout
know
out to
Tony.
Tony.
I know
Yeah.
Tony. Yeah,
He's a
good
great
dude.
guy.
Tony, I didn't know him this well at the time. I was barely 16, just got my driver's license. He comes down from Michigan to hunt with me, and I wreck him.
Long of the story.
Yeah,
The
long
short of the
story
story.
short. Yeah, so we're hunting, and he's going to hunt with Otis, and he's coming to either look at a pup out of him or try a pup, maybe want to breed to him, something like that. So we're riding down the road, and my dogs are coming across the field in 220 days. I'm trying to stop them, you know. My boot slips off my brake. I'm going backwards. I'd passed the field up where they were coming out, so I'm going backwards like 30 miles an hour. I didn't know who has a culvert who has a culvert in the driveway in Coca Creek, Tennessee. I mean, we're rednecks. We don't have fancy stuff. Well, this person did. So I hit their culvert. His head in
Broke his
reverse.
glasses.
Breaks his glasses, busts his head open, but he tore my mirror off my truck.
So we're even. I mean, his face hit your rear view mirror.
I'm not going to worry about the blood stains. I mean, come on. So he ain't come back and hunted with me since. That's been.
Did he breed Otis?
He raised Otis.
He raised.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got Otis. Dude, I could sit and talk for 6 hours on this. I mean, it's kind of interesting. But
one of them
Otis was
$400
a
dogs.
6 or 7 year old dog that Tater sold a cow and bought for $400, and the sucker was a slick trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, the first time we turned him loose in the mountains, East Tennessee.
He had
This has
plot
been
dog had more
15 years
tree
ago.
than the last 7 generations of plots.
He was
that's how
Brindle
much
track
tree he
man.
had. Easy
I'll
now.
tell you what.
Oh, sorry.
Kurt will bust your head.
We'll
You got to
love you,
edit
Kurt.
that.
We'll edit that out. You know I like you, Kurt. We're good.
This dog wasn't worth a dime. But anyhow,
But we didn't have no more money
let's
to go
get-
buy another dog, so we just trained a 6-year-old dog.
let's get into the. We hunted this dog 7 nights a week, and we fought a lot. Let's get into the slick tree Otis days.
Oh gosh.
So
STO.
me and Tater fight a lot. We're tighter than any two brothers has ever been on planet Earth.
Yeah, we'll
And
kill each other, but we'll kill you over each other.
Exactly. So we're driving down the road, and our roads are mountain roads. We live in the mountains. I say something. I'm on Tater. We're into it. We're mad because he wants to do this to Otis, and I want to do this or something. I don't know.
And we were both incorrect because we were 16 and 12. I'm sure we had great training methods. We were
So we
really.
said, I ain't blaming Otis yet.
Yeah, no. So we're 16 and we're driving down the road. I'm driving, and I pissed Tater off. I say just enough to where next thing I know, the
Ear
left
holes.
side of my face is hitting my driver's side window because he punches me in the right side of my face.
Didn't
He
think
ear
about
holes me
wrecking
going
both
down the
of us.
road. I mean, don't worry about us me driving you. He just hauls off and punches me.
And we went to the school and fought
So
it out.
we're a half mile from Coca Creek School. We pull in the school parking lot and we just get out and fight. I mean, he's swinging dog leads at me. I'm trying to dodge them, fight. We get done fighting, eat us a can of Vienney Weenies and go on hunt all night. That's just, I mean, we'll just
Well, at least you got
fighting.
it settled.
Yeah, but who
Oh.
punches
Who won?
somebody
Who
going
won?
down the road?
Listen, there's
Probably
only
back
been, and
then I
Zeb will only, this is one thing Zeb will tell the truth about. Hoop has only whooped me in one fight.
Which one was it?
The one that counted.
What was bad, and this gentleman's now, he passed away from COVID, but we had a customer in our store. This sounds terrible. And we were in the feed store sitting there, and I don't, we had hunted all night something.
Nobody was in a good mood.
No, yeah, nobody was in a good mood.
And we just fought.
We just got into a fight.
Right there in the
I
field.
had a top 16, a PKC top 16 jacket on, one of the Tejas jackets or whatever. And he grabs it by the collar and binds my arms down. And we've got like a
wire mesh over the door.
expanded metal
Yeah.
over the windows, and he just takes my face and just like a cheese grater. he takes all the hide off my face, slams me into the door. And this guy, like, during the middle of this fight, like, we hear the doorbell ring, and we thought it was someone coming in, but we didn't even stop.
Yeah.
We're just continuing. Dust is blowing. We're just
Very-
throwing fists and
very
everything.
professional.
Yeah, years ago. Anyways,
He leaves. We didn't make a sale.
he didn't buy no dog food that day. And he, about 3 days later, somebody comes up there and they said the guy was telling them in town, he's like, I went up there to get dog food and I thought my ass was going to get whipped. I had to leave. But on to the more hunting.
No, we gotta go straight to the J turn. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I'm getting to the J.
Let's hear it.
Let me lay it out first, because I'm better at the hunting part of it. Me and Tater was hunting in town around Tellico. We got it's 3 or 4 in the morning, 3 o'clock, I guess.
I used to hunt out of an old Jeep Cherokee,
Jeep Cherokee.
that I spray painted.
We had Zoe in the back. We've got all our stuff. We're in it's 3, 4 in the morning. We pull in the parking lot of the Pride, what we call it, at the gas station. We're getting gas, and our buddy, who is a policeman, is down there in his car. And we're all tight, and Tater's over there. Tater's popping his trunk and looking at junk and his guns.
We
and
were
this,
playing
that,
with his
and the other,
taser.
playing with his taser, whatever
Yeah.
it was. And all of a sudden, this guy's like, just straight up, you boys want to hop in here and see what she's got?
It was more of, you want to go for a ride along?
Yeah.
And Hoop's always been my conscience. Like, I'm down
Yeah.
for whatever. You want to go do it, we'll do it. And Hoop's always the one that, we better not do that. So I step back and reevaluate the situation. Probably not. He was all in. So
I'm like, yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, we definitely want to do it.
So
Two
we pull-
rednecks in a cop car where we ain't in handcuffs, we're in.
So this
Hang on a second. We take the Jeep 2 or 3 miles outside of town. He comes and picks us up and parks it.
the Jeep doesn't lock, by the way. We leave a high dollar plot dog in
Yeah,
the
we
back
got
of
Zoe
it.
in the back. I
But
mean,
I
worth
had-
more than 4 of the Jeeps.
But I take my Ruger. I've
Yeah.
got my rifle. I'm not leaving it because it don't lock. So when we get onto the highway,
125 mile an hour,
Yep,
baby.
125.
We're chasing a ghost because we got the sirens on and we're blazing.
Oh yeah, he's hollering at dispatch. I'm just blowing the soot out of it, you
Like I
know.
said, don't worry about me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Well, my buddy's
which
here.
turns into it gets.
So I get the shaft on this. I'm in the back seat. Tater's in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat. And I'm too stupid to realize that some meth head's probably pissed and crapped and done some dope back there that night. So there's no telling what I'm sitting in, but Tater's in the front seat, I'm in the back. Homeboy's driving.
So we go through Tellico at 125. And he goes from 125 to 0 in about
Stops it on a dime.
70 yards. And he doesn't even look at us. He's got his hands on the steering wheel.
This
10
guy's
to-
dead serious.
He's focused.
Oh, it looks like he's
he's-
about to take off at, the Indy 500 or whatever.
He looks like he's fixing to take a test in college and the Adderall's kicking it. Okay.
So he tells us, he says, don't even look at us. He's looking through the windshield. He says, I'm going to practice my J-turn. And in a brief moment, I thought, and I did say this, I said, is that where you back up real fast and turn around? He said, yeah. I said, man, I've seen like 4 movies where they do this and it never works out. Well, I've only done it once in real life and it didn't work out. So this cat, I don't know, we
Puts
were at
her in
least doing, we were doing at least 50 in reverse. And when he makes his turn, we do a J and then O, and then another O.
And we're sideways.
And then we're up on our side in a pine thicket off about a 15-foot embankment.
We have crashed the police
The
car.
cop car's totaled. And the first thing he says is, F, man, this is like the 6th one this month. Or year or something. Yeah,
Poor
something.
boys.
I mean,
He's on the verge of getting fired for wrecking cop cars.
yeah.
And now we've contributed.
Oh, yeah. I hope they don't put 2 and 2 together. So, anyways, he's like, man, y'all got to get out of here. If we were smart, we would have not got out of there and been like,
I don't remember nothing. My
I was
neck's
getting
already
gas,
hurt.
and I got abducted. But anywho, so I grabbed my gun, and we're in it's summertime. We hunt in shorts. Our hip boots are in the trucks. We got flip flops on. So he's like, "Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta run." The law's telling us to flee an accident.
Y'all gotta get out of here, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my job if you don't leave. Now take it for granted. I graduated high school with this kid.
Yeah.
We're maybe 20 years old, 21 years old at this time. So he probably didn't make the best decision. But anywho, so me and Hope flee the scene. And
After I had to crawl out of the back seat, I was
so
kind of locked in there.
I'm scared. I grab my gun and I go run. And I look back and Hope looks like a little crackhead trying to crawl up the top. Help me, get me out of here, get me out of here.
I can't get out.
So we get Hoop out and we run. Well, we just run to a little side road. And on the side road, we think, well, we'll call our buddy because it's like 4 miles to our
At this time, it's time for normal people with jobs to be going to work.
Yeah,
so
it's like
surely we can.
4:35. Yeah, we can get somebody. So we call our buddy, and he comes around. And well, at this time, it was either the county or the highway patrol, wrecker services. They have the whole road blocked, so nobody can get to us. And we
shut
can't
it
come
down.
walking out in the middle of them with a rifle and all kinds of stuff. Like we just robbed the neighbor down here.
Hillbillies in flip flops carrying a rifle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe some cuts on our arms from the cop car down there, wrecked in the pine thicket. So we finally get extracted from the cop car, and I think it was like 5 years later. Our cousin now, Zeb's brother, is actually the chief of police in Tellico. And 5 years later, we tell him the truth of what happens.
Yeah, we keep it pretty tight.
Was that deputy still employed there at that time?
The deputy
he's
now is head.
We made him that night. I feel like that built his character because he's now head of the county.
yeah,
like
he's-
the drug team. I feel like we.
now that this comes out.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to figure out who this one is from the people back home. Graduating class of 163, and only one of them.
28 of them's in jail. More than 28's in jail. So
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, we wreck a cop car while we're coon hunting. Nothing can ever be simple for us. We have to take it above and beyond.
yeah, absolutely.
What else you got?
Zeb, back to Zeb. This is the funniest one, and a lot of people's probably going to get offended by this because a lot of people ride motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
This cat, So where we live at is a lot of motorcycle traffic, and on the road they drive like they shouldn't.
Yeah.
There was a motorcycle wreck 200 yards from my store the other day.
Yeah, there's been 3 this week. Last week before we
Yeah.
filmed this.
So motorcycles aren't a big local favorite at home.
Right.
So Zeb keeps about $7.80 in change in his cup holders. So if you ever get hit in the face with a quarter in Monroe County, Tennessee, riding your
Comes out of a
motorcycle,
Toyota.
and it's from a Toyota pickup, It might be Zeb.
That ain't the funniest thing. We was going to Okeechobee that year, going down the we was going down the interstate.
Oh, yeah,
and he'll just get mad. He'll just get mad. Like, oh, they's following me too close. They's too close to me. Well, he takes this change and
He shot me a bird. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I'm the one that said we'll pass a vehicle or something in broad daylight. The nicest guy in the world will be driving his truck, and I'll be like, I think he shot you a bird, Bones. Did he? And then he'll lock it down, and he'll stop, and he'll double bird them, and this, that, and that. Pull over, and we'll just fight. Get up and fight, you lazy son of a mother. And so we're going on vacation to Okeechobee Island, and we're going down Interstate 40, and there's traffic around us, and it's nighttime, and the poor guy's only got one eye, and he's colorblind. So
Odds aren't in his favor.
yeah. So I guess the lights do kind of hurt his eyes or something. Anyhow, they're following him too close or something. So he says, I learned about 15 years ago not to do what Zeb says. My mom and dad warn me of that sometimes. They're like, you better not always do what Zeb says. He'll get you in trouble. So he takes his change that he keeps in there, and he just starts throwing it out like we're throwing T-shirts out at the ball game. He's chunking it out the window. And next thing I know, I look in the rearview mirror, and it looks like you've banned vehicles on this road because there ain't one for 3 miles. If you got a flat tire, you're going to be there in the morning because they've stopped. There is no telling how many windshields he's busted with quarters and change.
Somebody's going to be listening to this that was 10 years ago was driving down there and be like, that
Google
son of a bitch.
That's who it is.
I'm going to find that Zeb.
Random Pics of Zeb's going to get a lot of hate mail this week. So when we first started the hunting supply business and started getting on the road and traveling to all these hunts, he started going around and helping us some. Yeah. And at the time, his kid was probably 8 or 10. And nobody knew he sleepwalked or however you say that.
This is one of them had to be there.
Yeah,
things.
so we're in Auburn, Indiana, Walker Days. And Hoop was out on a cast hunting, and me and Zeb and his boy Timber and Nick Ernie were in the room asleep. And me and Zeb and Nick are 3 bearded, chubby men that were asleep in our rooms, probably just a pair of shorts on. Yeah. So we're sitting there, and you can hear Timber kind of...
I just got in.
Yeah, you were there.
I just got in.
Yeah.
I laid down on the iron mattress in the floor, and I hear the door open. And I'm thinking, what the heck? And before I could think...
And this is not like a Motel 6. No, this is like a nice motel.
You can't buy meth at this motel. No. You're not buying... Okay? You can't get your fix at this motel. The one we're staying at this weekend, you probably can. This motel, they don't allow drug sales.
But it's also on the side of the interstate. And we had bought some Walker puppies, I think. Yeah, we had bought some Walker puppies.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know, the kid was dreaming about the Walker puppies or something, and he was going to pet them, so he's sleepwalking. Yeah. And all I hear is the door shut. And I hear our buddy Nick go, Zeb.
Timber just went outside.
Hey, Zeb. Timber just walked out.
And nobody moves.
Yeah, I kind of just...
3 of us are awake, and we just lay there.
I'm awake,
laughing.
but I'm out of it. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then next thing you know, just everybody jumps up, and we're all chasing this, like, 8-year-old.
3 fat men.
In our underwear through, like, a fancy hotel. And we grab him up, and he's just kind of like, ah! And we throw him in our room, and nobody called the law. So maybe you can buy meth at this one. I don't know.
I don't know, because somebody would have been awake and noticed.
Right.
True.
Yeah, nobody was doing meth.
Everybody was sleeping, actually.
Yeah.
If somebody would have come and helped you act like a pedophile, then that would have been the one to question. Right. But nobody helped you, so they was all pretty.
Let's get this little boy.
What else you got?
Oh, gosh.
Like I said yesterday, my mind went blank. I've got a
story every
tales.
day. Like, there's not a day. Like, people think... Like, you see some of these reality TV shows, and it's like this stuff's scripted.
Oh, my gosh.
Like,
dude.
our lives... I mean, it's every day. Something crazy.
Tell us about the supply business. How long have you guys been doing that now?
This year will be August of 13 when we started. So will be 9 years.
9 years. Yeah. We're
and you guys travel around. You go to Oaks. Where else you go?
We normally, the last couple years, we've kind of missed Grand American. Yeah. We normally go to Grand American. We always do Winter Classic. Yeah. Southeastern Walker Days. There's one event that I go to in Greenville, Tennessee. It's the American Plot Association puts it on, called it's Plot Days, actually, for the American Plot Association. Breed Days. Yeah, there you go. They have, like, it's not live, Mechanical Bear Bay, Mechanical Hog Bay. They do all that. It's big field trials.
Yeah,
it is.
cool.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. There's people from And you got to realize there's UKC and PKC coon hunts once a month somewhere.
Yeah.
This is our one event, so there's thousands of people there, a couple thousand people from all over the country. COVID's kind of put a damper on it, and the high gas prices, of course, have put a big damper on it. But it's a great event. It's
I'm gonna have to check that out.
You should, yeah. There's it's getting bigger and bigger. It's a great time. It's kind of a good family event. You know, you bring your kids, all that, dogs everywhere.
Oh, my boy would love that bear bay and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
It's cool. They've got it on like a hydraulic system type, and it's the hydraulics kind of make it and all that. And it gets a dog, and they have swim races, big long field trials, and all that. It's a cool event. There'll be lots of dogs. You can get your dogs branded there, everything. So
I know you guys have been a partner with Trader Inc. 5-6 years now? You guys have donated lights to the Trader Inc. Youth Hunt and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's been. Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a while, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that.
Well, I just want to thank you guys, first of all, for sitting down and telling stories and Zeb stories and stuff.
Story time.
Yeah,
I felt like we're weak in our stories. Like we could.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to tell everybody that's why I want to know where your events was. Because, first of all, go over to the supply tent and buy something off y'all.
Yeah.
I want people to do that. But go down there, pick you up a Garmin collar, set of boots, and sit down and tell Hoop and Tater to tell a tale. Because you guys had me laughing so hard 2 years before pre-COVID. The last time I was able to come out until this year.
Yeah,
it was the year before.
18 or 19.
Yeah.
You had the.
I had it 2 years in a row right up here
what
by
was
you guys.
Driving though? The hunting rig.
It was a Jeep Cherokee.
The one we had to come boost off.
I bet it wasn't spray painted though.
Oh yeah, mine was spray painted. And okay,
We had to change colors on this one about once every 3 to 4
we
weeks.
kept rattle cans in the truck just in case we had to park in the bushes and change it real quick.
Three sets of license plates.
Oh, we don't even put license plates on them in our town.
Tater drove it to college when he went to college, and everybody thought he got a new '94 model Grand Cherokee every 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
What's bad is we're spray painting this one day, and like we can talk about Zeb like this. He might be our first cousin, but he's more like our brother.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's with us every day.
Yeah.
So any of these stories, he's most of the time in the mix of it. So we spray paint my Jeep one day, black and red. We're going to two-tone it. Or maybe we went all black on this one. Trying to get classy, pinstripes, all this and that. And I thought, well, I'll tape my windows up. I don't want to get paint on my windows and look like a piece of trash. I mean, I spit through the floorboard because the holes in it.
But you can't see that driving down the road.
Right. I mean, you got to make old stuff look new sometimes.
Yeah.
So he paints the back glass black.
Paints it black.
Spray paints. It's not overspray. He's just like, you don't need to see out of that. So here's another fun little story.
Dude, when we was playing comp and you knocked.
Yeah. So where we live at, it's very rural. Like we don't have you won't see.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. We watch.
Listen to this interview. I've never dreamed you guys lived somewhere rural.
We watch Monday Night News on Thursday. So you might see a cop on our mountain twice a year. Yeah. That's when a motorcycle wrecks. So the crackheads are running wild and they're robbing everybody and nobody's doing nothing. So we decide we're going to take the law in our own hands.
It's going to be vigilantes.
Yes, we are. We were the mountain rangers. I mean, we were.
That's right.
So
Go Creek Mountain Rangers.
And my cousin, Jeb, who is Zeb's brother, has been in law enforcement forever. Yes.
And he looks like he could be on WWE wrestling. This guy is
just a big old scary guy.
He's much of a man.
Yeah.
He's
But
a nice
anyways,
guy too, but I don't mess with him like I do Zeb.
Yeah, I know. He ain't no. Anyways, so I don't know if he was playing or didn't think we were serious, but this guy gives me a pair of handcuffs, police grade handcuffs. And he's like, well, just arrest him.
They give us this 2 or 3 pictures of the people we're after.
Yeah, we had a lineup. We were legit.
You guys were deputized.
We had everything but uniforms, and the print store was out.
And the right to arrest people.
We had every right. Yeah, we had everything but the legal part of it.
Credentials. No credentials.
If we read somebody their Miranda rights, they'd be like, no, I don't understand why you're doing this to me. You're wearing the same outfit I am.
If we would have caught somebody, the Miranda rights would have been the best thing for their interest.
That'd been the best case scenario for them.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're parked in like a church parking lot, backed out behind the lights. And I don't know why, but I'm playing with these handcuffs, just fidgeting.
Is this before or after you
This is
knocked?
before. This is why we had to go there. Jeb was sitting at the welcome center.
Okay, all right, yeah, I got you now.
So he's sitting at the welcome center, which is like right on the side of the highway. I'm making our little
3/4
community
of a mile
sound huge
from
but
where
it's-
we're
yeah,
sitting.
right above our store. Well, anyways, this welcome center's got like a real nice, pretty sign for the forest, and it's got rock.
River rock.
River rock.
Just, you know how it is, just beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you call that? It's
Just a river rock.
Nice
foundation,
landscaping.
but it's
landscape.
not. It's mortared inside into the.
It's like
Yeah.
a fly, it's like a raised flower bed with
Yeah,
rock,
rock
on the outside.
inside
Beautiful.
of it. So I'm fidgeting with these handcuffs, and I handcuff
We're waiting
myself.
on this guy.
Yeah,
We
we're
got
waiting.
our eyes.
Yeah.
We're staked out.
And
Tater's getting bored.
I handcuffed myself to the steering wheel, realizing these didn't have pink fuzz on them, and I couldn't open them up myself. So I have to go find a key.
So he gave you the cuffs with no key.
No key. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled one on me pretty
Yeah.
good. So we go over there and get a pretty good cussing and get unlocked. Well, I don't know how it happened because I used my mirrors.
You
but
didn't have a back glass to see out of. That's how this
Yeah,
happened.
maybe my mirrors were tore off or something. I thought it was just black dark behind
Yeah.
me that I was backing into.
But it was the spray paint that Bones put on your glass.
Well, after everybody got whiplash, I knocked all the rocks down on that
Yes,
nice pretty.
this big-
I back into it.
So here's the two local superheroes trying to protect the community and destroy the
more
most beautiful
damage.
landscaping
The
in the
only
whole town.
thing that Coca Creek, Tennessee's got going for it is now railroad ties.
They didn't put the river rock back up. They put railroad ties around it.
So
Hey,
this
you know
is,
someone showed up at the church the next day, them effing meth heads.
so the Mountain Rangers got disbanded after we were out for the vigilantes, or we were out for the criminals, but yet we were the one doing the crime that night.
They didn't give us no more police lineups to be looking for people.
I forgot they gave us. They were looking for somebody, and
Yeah, it
they
was
gave
legit.
us their mug shot and
Yeah, that's
everything.
what I'm saying.
Well, we could
Well, you had
really.
handcuffs. How much more legit could it get?
We needed badges, and we still need badges today.
I would do it for free. I would work for free a night or two a week just to see how
Rough
much
some
cane I
local
could-
meth heads up. Just
Well,
to,
even if they paid you, you'd be working for free after you paid for all the damages you guys did.
very true. Yeah, they would have to up their insurance policy, and
I don't know what's wrong with this car. I meant to tell you, when I got in it was making a little knocking sound.
And I know you filled it up at my shift, but you're going to have to fill it up again. I don't know. Somebody siphoned the gas out of it.
Yeah, why you coming to work with a ciphering hose? Have you seen gas prices?
I'll tell you what, you two, everybody, I need to come down to y'all's place
You need
and
to come
just hang out for
Yeah.
just 3 or 4 days.
We actually got
I'm gonna
good
take
hunt.
Zeb to Applebee's,
Oh,
and we're just
gosh.
gonna.
Straight Ricky Bobby. We are
Yeah.
going to recreate the Applebee's scene.
So no, I'm gonna do it. I gotta
Yeah.
come down there.
Yeah, you
It's
have to
not
come
my
down.
area; it's Ryan Rushing's area, but I'm gonna take it over for like a week.
You need
Yeah,
do
just to
that.
come check it out.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
to take a business trip.
Yeah, because you know
feeding
what?
hunt supplies.
I go into feed stores all day. There's no sense I can't go to that one.
We have a couch in ours.
There you go.
Oh,
Of
You
okay.
course
come in
you
our
do.
feed store and you probably hear stuff you ain't never heard.
Our feed store is
Somebody hollering for us?
our feed store is like the barber shop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worse than the barbershop.
Yeah, yeah. If we'll hear women gossip about something that we heard 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We hear it.
Yeah,
first.
sometimes, we'll be eating dinner or something, and they'll be like, "Did you hear about such and such and such?" No, yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Hoops
That's
giving.
probably. I tell you what, I've been in some shady places, and I know somebody here's doing something illegal. They see 3 guys go in a trailer like this. Like somebody come over here going to look for some
Well, we's
illegal
over here.
drugs
We's
to
over
buy or
here.
something.
We's over here with bolt cutters trying to get the lock cut here a little bit ago.
Me and
I
Josh.
wish everybody could
Did
see
you see
the
Hook's
video
Snapchat?
that I took.
I seen it. I seen it. We
Yeah,
did. We
you-
looked like a. Just imagine our faces when we opened it up and it was empty.
Yeah, we broke in the wrong one.
Foiled again. This is a trap by the vigilantes.
That's right, Mountain
Yeah,
Rangers, baby.
I was
We're
waiting-
always
glad we
looking.
didn't cut in here. We'd have been locked in. Shout out to Chris Girth for giving us some shoddy bolt cutters.
Yeah, them ain't worth a dang.
He ain't never stole nothing good with them bolt cutters like you have.
You ain't got the right master key, son.
I bet you'd like to have them that night you cuffed yourself to your truck.
I don't know if they'd cut through.
They may not.
No, these were good 597 handcuffs.
These were, I think he's 501. I think it's Jim's badge number.
I know they had his badge number engraved in it, and because I looked at him for a long time
While they was on your wrist.
yeah, and it's hard to drive when you're handcuffed to a. I mean, your motions are
Yeah,
very
well,
limited. You can't.
imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you've
not.
got to take like a U-turn. That's like impossible.
Oh yeah, you hit
Yeah.
stuff when you do it. Maybe I wasn't unhandcuffed when I hit the sign.
I can't remember if it was first or if it was before it or one way or another.
One way or another, if Hoop and Tater comes to your neighborhood, we'll probably mess something up. So
And about everybody that knows us can verify.
very much. Our dad always told us we could break an anvil with a rubber mallet, and we've proved that true a
Yeah.
lot. We're barred from 4 family reunions and 6 Christmases.
And Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah, our pictures are at Chuck E. Cheese. We can't even.
Yeah,
Can't be
some people in the family hated to see us coming when we were little because it was.
I can just
A
imagine.
lot of people in the family still hate to see us.
Yeah, I bet that hasn't changed that much.
No,
No,
it
it's
ain't.
got worse. It's got worse because used to we were broke and had to make stuff to make destruction. Now we're still broke, but
You're broke because you're buying stuff to make
destruction.
Right.
Yeah, there
I
you
get
go.
it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we used to go to Indiana and buy like $500 worth of tannerite because at the time you
You
couldn't
want to tell
buy
the horse
that.
story about us leaving and running away to Indiana?
Oh gosh. So this is a dog story plus just to show how our lives are in Lucky's. So when I'm in college, I decided I'm gonna start hunting dogs. I'm hunting like 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll hunt a couple dogs for some people.
Now, before we go that, and like I said, we could probably talk 3 or 4 hours on our, or probably more than that, on our life story. Me and Tater's got about 9 years of college combined,
and no degree to
and
show
neither
for
one
it.
of them got a, neither one of them got a degree
You know, you
to
call
show
someone
for
that
it.
goes to college for 7 years
An idiot.
a doctor.
A doctor. That's exactly right. They don't call me Dr. Who. So now we've. All right. Anyway, I'll get back on the.
So
I'd say coon hunting got us kicked out of college and.
coon
some other-
hunting's got me kicked out of a lot of things.
Anyhow.
And relationships and
Yes.
marriages and
Well,
whatnot.
that's,
So anyhow, I take like a couple, and I didn't care if they were poodles.
Yeah.
If you had $600 for that month, I would hunt your dog. So this guy, great guy. Oh gosh, I would have killed me if I was him, but great guy. I'm a 19-year-old kid that really don't know how the world works because I've been sheltered on a mountain my whole life. So I get these 2 dogs, and they were half American Bulldog, half Plot. And he's like, man, I
they
just
looked
want
about
you.
like, what's your dog, Bogey?
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of was
Looked
his
like
size.
Bogus,
They,
yeah.
they was
Yeah.
Brent old Bogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one female, if she was a registered Plot dog after the 2 months of, and this guy gives me $1,200. No, he gives me $2,400.
You're hunting them for like.
Yeah, I hunt
3
them
or
for
4,
2
whatever
months,
it was.
$1,200 a month for the pair. So he gives me $2,400 and 2 sacks of dog food to hunt these dogs. And they were the one female was, he was going to hog hunt them, but he
Yeah.
just wanted them experienced, you know. The one female would have been a $3,000 or $4,000 coon dog before
Yeah.
the 2 months was. I mean, she would get in there, get
These are
hooked.
good
and-
dogs. Yeah, they're mixed up, but they're decent
I mean,
dogs.
tree dogs and just good. But the other one was just your common Me Too. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I get bored during the days when I'm not at school, so I start a landscaping business. So I'm mowing yards.
Hustlers.
Yes. Oh yeah, grinding. So I take these dogs the day they're supposed to go back. I meet this guy in town, which is like 15 miles, and I mean, who wants to drive 15 miles back and forth? So I take
Yeah.
them and put them in a kennel at my uncle's house. And the dogs get out of the kennel. I thought he was messing with me, so I get done mowing this yard, go back to get the dogs, and they're gone. And he's like, I'm not even home. I didn't even know you put dogs at my house. So after like 30 minutes, and this guy's calling me, he's like, "Hey man, I'm down here." I was like, "Listen, I've lost your dogs. Why don't you come help me look for them?" So and he and his daughter, which made it twice as bad,
Yeah.
come and we're riding, and we literally just turned on the road where my uncle lives on, and a county cop car passes me, and I knew the guy, so I'm like, "Hey," I stopped him. I was like, "Hey, you haven't seen 2 Plot dogs, have you?" He says, "Yeah, pull
Come
over."
with me.
Yeah, pull over right here. I need to talk to you.
Anytime, I'm
So-
smart enough to know anytime a law says I got to talk to you,
It's
I
never
ain't got
good.
time. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, I should have done
I'll
that.
catch
So,
you later.
anywho, we pull over, and he's like, and all I'm thinking is they've caught somebody's chickens
Yeah.
or done something. He's like, "So your dogs have caught a horse?" I was like, "Wait, what?" And he said, "Yeah, your dogs have caught and killed a horse, and they're dead."
Like a Clydesdale.
I'm like, whoa. And like I had just taken my collars off this dog's and put the guy's collars back on them. luckily. So he's
like,
like,
well, whose name's on
yeah,
it?
he's
That's
like,
his
who,
problem.
he's like, Tater, I know you. He said, but who's Scott? And that guy's like, oh, it's me. He's like, well, sir, we have a problem. He's like, your dogs have caught this horse and killed it, and the owners have shot your dogs.
Oh my lord.
And
I
like,
said, we're even seeing.
so the girl starts crying. I mean, it's bad, and I'm a nervous wreck. I mean, I'm bad.
At this
nervous.
time, I'm in Tellico, and I see Tater in the law having a powwow here, and I'm thinking,
He's
and I
done
never
something.
know with him because we're gonna get on the U in the gas station with a gun after this. Because
Oh,
this
wow.
is how Tater is. I'm telling you, it's coming through me now. We're fixing to get fired
There's
up
so
here.
much stuff that happens you can't.
Our life's like a rap video and a
Duck
reality.
Dynasty episode.
It's like
all in one.
it's a whole lot of good and a whole lot of bad and a whole lot of funny.
So we go down here, and the gruesomeness is just unbelievable. But anywho, and this is what it is. These people were pieces of trash who was losing their house, and they seen an opportunity to sue someone. The dogs was running their horse in the field. Yeah, they shouldn't have been doing that, but I didn't know they'd run a horse. I'd have broke them from it. I mean, never done no horse training.
No horses.
Ain't no horses running loose here. So anywho, they're running the horses. The people sees an opportunity. The horse probably did get exhausted. I mean, they run it for like an hour.
You got the stamina to run from a dog for an hour?
Nah.
You're 8 then.
So the dogs did chew half of its ear. But they come out and they like shoot this horse and then shoot the dogs. Yeah. And then
ain't nothing surviving this. We're sick of this. Ain't nothing surviving this train wreck.
so when I get down there, there's like 6 cops. And I thought, I didn't know any of them, but I thought, well, surely somebody knows me and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been my mentality. I can get out of this situation.
Yeah.
The woman says, I said, why did you shoot the dog? She said, you better be glad I don't have any more bullets in my gun or you'd be next. And I tell the cop, I'm like, hey, did you hear that? She just threatened me. He said, I didn't hear nothing, buddy.
Oh.
That's when I got in my truck and I left.
That's when you knew you
What
was in deep
was
trouble.
bad was literally like right before I mowed this yard, I had just went and picked my brand new custom made dog box. Like this was before like summer boxes
Yeah.
was even a thing, and I had like a custom built summer
Yeah.
box. The first dog I put in it was a dead one. Oh. Yeah, no good.
And it was as good as anything we ever hauled in it after that. I mean, that dead one was, it treated me codes as the junk we had in it.
So we leave with a court date.
They're like, all right, Tater, you need to be at court at this day.
Well, no, okay, back up. Not really me, because the guy's name was on
You
it.
felt obligated to be there because it
But
was
I
your
felt
fault.
bad. But I'm also a 19-year-old kid that when you give me $2,400 2 months ago, probably didn't have it right
Yeah.
then.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you was 19,
I was 19. Yeah, I was a
There's
freshman.
no way. That was before we opened the store. I was 22.
I had my red Ford.
Well, we ain't gonna
Yeah.
argue.
So anyhow, yeah, a kid.
Why you keep saying any home?
Anyway,
I mean, just like.
anyways, so
somebody.
we go to court over this, and I tell the guys like, listen, I'll give you your money back. Don't have it all right now. He's like, no, man, you done the work. He was super. I would have killed me. I'd have choked me out in
Sounds
my
like-
own truck.
sounds
Does
like
this
a
guy
crack.
still need dogs on it?
This guy,
if
believe it or
Because
not,
if
this
he's
guy.
higher and my
this
number
guy,
is...
this guy is a very nice guy because
He seems
he
like
still comes to the store.
Oh, he came to
and
the store
he's
last
still
weekend and bought
friends
some
with
stuff.
Tater.
Yeah, and we still talk about those dogs.
Yeah.
And he just kind of laughs
So
about it.
how'd court go?
Okay, first time I'd ever been in a courtroom.
Yeah. That's a miracle.
And okay,
In
so
itself.
Hope and Zeb.
I
back to-
promise you
yeah,
that.
true.
Yeah.
We had a bet. I didn't get into that. We had a bet going when I was like 12 that Hope and Zeb both said that I would either have a kid or be in prison by the time I was 18. So I'd made it to 19,
Yeah.
but they're like, nope, we get a 1 year extension. You're done.
We make up the
and this
rules
is
as we
this
go.
is the screwed up part. Like no joke, dude was facing felony dog at large charges.
Yeah, it was
Really?
Yeah, like they kind of, it was, I don't know if it was a scare tactic.
Yeah.
It scared me.
Yeah.
Hoop and Zeb definitely scared me. Every day they're like, "You ready for prison? No, don't drop the soap." Yeah, stuff like that. And I'm freaking out. So I go into court and I'm like, do we have to get up in front of everybody? And I didn't know, like,
Yeah.
A, there was that many DUIs in our county. And B, that your business is everybody's business. So I'm up there sweating bullets. And I don't even have nothing. I could get up and leave and
Yeah.
nothing. I'm a character witness. That's what it is.
We now call Tater Franklin to the stand, please.
So, and this is before I know anything. We go for an arraignment. And the DA's like, yeah, you're facing felony charges. If you are charged with this, you'll have to get rid of your guns, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You'll be a felon.
Come and take them.
So we leave, and he's like, court dates next week. And I'm like, yeah, man, we're gonna fight them. We're gonna get them, man. We're gonna really do something here. I'm behind you 100%. And then I leave, and me and Hoop pack our bags and go to Indiana for 2 weeks.
We sleep in the truck, coasting all night.
we went to Indiana and hunted for a week at our buddy's house, and then we were like, well, court ain't for another week. We'll go to Illinois to Black and Tan Days and sleep in our truck for a week.
Which is what started that weekend right there. Is what started us into the supply business.
That was
My brother is hard-headed, stubborn, and will do something just to piss somebody off, and that's why we got in this business.
Yeah, a spiteful.
We're not going to
deal.
get into it.
Yeah, no.
We'll tell you.
yeah.
We'll tell you later. I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll tell you, Josh. but
I'm
not
gonna
everyone.
surmise.
we are our mom and dad, greatest people on earth. We was a lot of people call us spoiled, and we probably are, but we wasn't handed everything we wanted. We had to work and stuff.
We were handed everything we wanted, but we had to work too.
Right.
Yeah.
We've had a very great life. But anyhow, so and that's me. We would, as long as we had enough money to get us to a buddy's house in Indiana or something, we'd stay till the money run out and go home. You know, that's all we cared about was hunting.
Keep $40 to get home, and we're good.
That's just kind of how we've always been. So we're out there. We look like two meth heads trying to get the next fix because Garmin had come out with the DC-30s. And at this time, all the vendors, somebody had come out with remember the replacement collar for
Yep.
the DC-30?
Yep.
So at Black and Tan Days, all these original factory Garmin collars has been cut off and threw in the trash. Me and Tater's digging in the trash. We're finding buckles and O-rings.
We hit we thought
D-rings.
buckles were like $2 a piece. You know?
We're like, son, we can make dog collars. We can make enough dog collars to sell, and we'll never have to buy another.
Yeah, I
So
had a
we're
little
over there
tandy
digging.
leather hand press and would cut them out with scissors, the dog collar
I mean,
material.
straight up redneck
You want to buy a
stuff.
dog collar? We don't make name tags, but we need gas money, buddy. Please.
Yeah, so we're over digging through the trash, sleeping in. I guess we drove your truck up there. Sleeping in Tater's truck. I mean, that was the good old days.
It was.
We used to go to coon hunts to coon hunt all night. Now we got to go make money, which we ain't made much this weekend. That's what I was telling Josh earlier. They was talking about Buc-ee's, and I don't know what Buc-ee's is. But they said they pay pretty good, and we may have to stay about 2 or 3 days up here extra and get us a job to get enough gas money to get home. Okay? Can you pay me every other day right here at Buc-ee's? Because I need
I need a week advancement, and I won't be here tomorrow.
yeah.
COVID
COVID has got me.
I'd carry a positive COVID
That's
test in my
right.
pocket just in case.
Oh, there was something else I had.
There's all kind of stuff, dude. If we just sat here, I'm a little nervous. I
Yeah.
seen Josh open the door on his trailer, and I thought, man, my heart's racing. He's putting us on the spot here.
It was because this is about as impromptu as I've done.
This
one.
is as good as this is our style right here.
Yeah.
This is us, and you know, I seen that picture you put of Finley's, Trader Inc. headquarters, and it really ain't got nothing on the Dakota Lights
No,
headquarters here.
about 5,000 square feet in a bathroom.
Right, Finley don't have chains on his plywood door.
Finley don't have
He don't have a DeWalt.
uncuttable locks on
That's
his
true.
doors.
He don't have a DeWalt
Yeah.
fan with a that might or might not have been stole from a buddy's workplace. Okay.
Yeah, so we're.
I bet his doors don't go down like that.
Yeah, that's
Have you ever
true.
seen a trailer with the butterfly doors?
So yeah, it's everything. There's so many stories.
I'm telling you, no kidding. If we had a reality TV show,
Well, you
Just
guys
did the
might.
unreal.
They might come
They
and knock
might.
in here after a while.
A&E,
They'll probably pay you in buckles and stuff. You know, they know you're cheap.
And you know,
We'll take
and
that-
it's like
we
the
ain't free,
original
but we're
Garmin
cheap.
buckles now. You know, like they get discolored and all
Yeah.
that. We have these nice. I'm not going to say pretty because this is early era, but nice new day glow collars with these worn out thin buckles.
Rusted buckles.
Yeah, the buckles
Had to
were so
scrape the
thin
mud
when
off
when you put it on your dog, it just popped. You know? But that's what got us started in the supply. What got us started in the supply business? Was
let me
we
tell this
realized-
because you get too hot-headed. Tater's a hot-head. We are at Black and Tan Days, and this vendor's and we're doing all this, and Tater's making collars, and it was, I guess, shortly after Black and Tan Days, this vendor's like, hey, I go through X amount of dollars a year on dog collars, and leads. Would you like to make them for me if I supply you everything? Because we didn't know where to get nothing.
Yeah.
And Tater's like, yeah, and he tells me about it. And this amount of money, this guy's, I'm seeing retirement. I'm thinking we're going to retire in about 6 years here. We have hit the jackpot. Well, this guy just straight up lied to us. It didn't turn out to nothing. And that, I guess, ticked Tater off enough. He's like, well, piss on that guy. I'll just open my own
I
store
quit
up.
college because of it. That's how mad he made me.
I'll show you.
Yes,
Out of pure spite.
I'm done with
If-
this. I'll
I
never be a school
guarantee,
teacher.
I guarantee, Mom's gonna listen to this podcast and she's gonna have some bad thoughts about the college. Because we get reminded a lot of times we are so close to having teaching degrees, and we just threw it all away to chase this dog dream.
Would you want me to teach your kid?
No.
Okay. There you go.
We
The
done
only
somebody
reason
some
we were
favors.
And
teachers.
I've never met a teacher that didn't want to be out chasing dogs.
Exactly. In my simple way of thinking, I thought if I go to school for 6 or 7 years to be a teacher, I can get nights and weekends off. I got all the holidays off,
Summer.
summer, and I can hunt just as hard as I'm hunting now. And I did hunt just as hard as I was hunting, but it was during college, and they
I got
told
a
me to
degree
take my
in-
talents elsewhere. Two of them did, actually. The third one, they continued to take my money. The first two of them said, we don't need you here no more. You're kind of out of our league.
Yeah, I got kicked out once. Had to go to a community college for a semester. They let me back in. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll give you another
Yeah.
chance. And then after that semester, they're like, get
No.
out of here.
Yeah.
You're done.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that college probably wasn't for y'all.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I loved
wasn't
college.
for me.
The actual college
I'll tell you what really
yeah.
jacked our college up, and it didn't help none. His dad owned a farm.
30 minutes.
It was 15 minutes
Yeah.
from the college we went to, and we probably spent more time over there.
I know I
I
did.
know Tater did.
Oh, I most definitely did.
And it was hunting consumed us. And up until
I kind of deer hunted a lot then, and there was a lot of that. Like where his place was the only place within like an hour of us that had
Yeah.
deer. And I went into because I was a math major for a math teacher. So, anyways, I had a teacher from California. She loved me. I walked in there one day about 45 minutes late for a big test with blood. I forgot to change my clothes. I just killed a big 60-pound slank and then just, had gutted her out, and sunk her in the creek and go to school. And I walk in there and she looks at me like I just killed her family. And she kicked me out, cussed me out, kicked me out. That's when I realized they'll cuss you in college. They don't care.
No, they don't
care.
You pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just a number.
they'll talk to you like you just brought your dad the
Yeah.
wrong
That's,
coat.
that's the
Working
only
on
person
something.
I've ever seen that worked for me, and I had to do what they told me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Yeah, hey, I'm paying you. You need
Yeah,
to calm down
exactly.
here. It don't work like that though.
No, no.
So after I realized they wouldn't call my parents, boy, I really missed
Yeah.
in. Yeah. There'd be times I'd drive over there just to sleep.
I know your mom is just right over there across the street, just nervous as a wreck.
She
She's
is,
nervous
and
wreck.
she's probably got more tales to remind us and everything.
And this woman, like you
Our
can't
mother
compare
is
us
highly-
to our mother.
Yeah.
Because
No, your mother's a saint.
Yo, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
and highly educated, very
Very,
yeah.
smart, smartest woman I know.
Well spoken. She don't talk like us.
No, she just shakes her head sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even know why she runs around with us.
She's trying to keep you two idiots alive. That's what she's doing.
I'll tell you how bad I was in college. I got to thinking, I'd hunt all night and I would drive over, and like Tater said, we'd sleep in the parking lot. A lot of times, dude, I'd wake up.
Just a show for mom.
I'd wake up at 1 o'clock in the day, sweating, burning down from leaving the heater on that morning when I pulled in the parking lot. And at 1 o'clock, the local radio station done a giveaway. If you guessed a song or guessed whatever, you got a free CD or whatever.
This is some straight crackhead stuff right here.
So before all this, I also learned I had a free ride.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a prestigious school where we're at. I don't know how much college costs.
It's a university now, but it was a
Kind of-
private college, and it was not. I got about
kind of-
$140,000 of debt with nothing to show for it.
Well, now you only got 120,000.
Yeah, yeah. You know what?
Well.
We've talked about that. We're not gonna go in that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so they're playing this game on the radio station. This is after I've sold all my textbooks back. You couldn't sell them back the same day. You had to wait like 3 days to take them back to the bookstore.
And
to
you
sell
had to
them
give
back.
$8,000 for them, and they'd give you
They give you-
37 cents and a pack of gum for them back.
I got
But
$400.
we had book vouchers,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like our scholarships bought our books. So I didn't care. I took that
We was getting
87
this stuff
cents and bought
free.
snuff.
Yeah.
So I've run out of money on my stuff here. I win a CD. CDs back then $18. So I'm sitting here, and a friend of mine, she had a smartphone. I didn't have no smartphone. So she was like in between classes, and I'm sitting there, and she'd come up to my door, and we'd talk, and she'd Google answers for me. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I'd call in, I'd win a CD like every 2 days. So I'd go pick his CD up, and I'd take it straight to the pawn shop and get like $3 for it and go buy a lottery ticket.
I can't believe you ain't retired yet. One shot of that plan that sounds foolproof.
If that's not the best plan to make money that you've ever heard, you're doing something wrong.
I see people doing that all day in the local gas station. And most of the time they're chewing on the inside of their jaw.
I mean, you got this kid going to college for, I don't know, $30,000-$40,000, whatever it costs a year to go to college.
And we don't, and I didn't go, I went to the same college, but I didn't go with Hoop. We've always been 4 years apart.
Which is very,
I'll say that don't change.
Yeah.
You've always been.
Yeah. So
last week I was 3 years apart. This week I'm 4 years.
we catch up sometimes.
back then was 4 years
Leap year.
apart.
You got to add leap year. So, oh gosh. And I can speak for myself, and I can also say this for Hoop, even though I didn't see it. But we did not fit in at this college.
No, I don't imagine.
No. I mean, like I said, most of the time
like maybe a Subway college in Knoxville or something.
We don't
I didn't fit in at
at
the community
Christmas
college.
dinner at Granny's.
That's true. Yeah, we've always been the outcast.
Most of our family is like us.
No,
The family we hang with, every week.
Zeb's like us.
Peanut gang.
Well, yeah. I mean, we got some good, but
Our dad, we're a lot like our dad. I didn't know my dad when I was younger, but I imagine he's pretty wild. And we're not wild. Tater's a little wilder than I am. I've always been real calm, quiet, and everything. I ain't never done nothing real stupid, but we've done some stupid stuff.
I've done a lot of stupid stuff.
My mom,
Lots.
my mom said that was pretty stupid. The way I turned my college career into a open prior on a lottery ticket.
But long story
genius
short,
to me.
dogs have consumed our lives, our whole life.
Yeah.
So every decision, everything we have ever based
been
our
about
lives on has been
dog.
over some form of dog.
I know exactly where
Yeah.
you're
And
coming
we've
from.
always you ate up
Yeah.
with it. We all are.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
And of course you have to have a job, or that's what society
Yeah.
tells you anyway. So we decided we're not working every day. Well, back up. We're not working on someone else's time.
Yeah.
So we start the store.
Before we start the store, we started a little logging business.
Oh gosh.
Our dad buys, I don't know if he buys it for us, but we use it. He buys, it's like when side-by-sides first come out. We didn't know what a side-by-side was. We get this side-by-side and we're thinking, man, we're hunting off this sucker.
Yeah, done like 26 miles an hour. We were,
It was the
we were
bottom
going to
of the
outrun the
barrel.
law and everything.
So Tater cuts down like 8 or 10 pine trees for this guy that he's working for, takes them to the local sawmill, and they give him like $100 and something bucks.
Yeah, they made a very bad miscalculation.
Somebody didn't go to college that was running that calculator.
Tater robbed the sawmill that day.
So Tater comes back and he's like, dude, I just made all this money on these logs.
And we were going on vacation. This
To Ocracoke Island.
is the hustler part of us. And we're like, we're going to rent a boat for the week, which is like $800.
We're fixing to work 3 days cutting these. Had a bunch of pine trees there.
Yeah, our
behind the
dad's
house.
like, you can have all those pines. They're
Just cut them down.
junk. So
So we work our hind end off.
and our Pap, who was alive at the time, retired. He had his own logging operation when he was 14, but he retired from the Forest Service as a timber guy. So this guy could cut a leaning tree downhill and make it land uphill.
Yeah, and we don't know nothing about this.
But we have two
We have
chainsaws.
butchered this pine thicket.
And we have made a clear cut. We've got logs laying everywhere, and we're thinking.
And we've got this side-by-side pulling these logs out.
Oh, and before it was over with, in our heads, we're buying a new side-by-side.
Oh,
we might just buy that boat instead of rent it for the week. If not, we'll have enough money to mess something up and pay the deposit on it.
We work our guts out, and we've got the awfulest pile of logs you've ever seen.
And they're not there no more. My house sits there now. So.
Yeah. Anyhow, it kind of worked out because here's another funny part. All right, we'll save that. Anyhow, we take these.
For those, since this ain't on video, they was getting the big X-Day sign. No, don't tell that one.
My wife might listen to this.
Tater canceled me on that one.
Yeah, no.
So we take these logs to the sawmill. Oh, and They didn't even write us a check. It wasn't that big. They gave us 50.
Write us a check. They gave us coins.
They gave us $56.73. We didn't have enough to buy our fishing bait that week on the island.
We broke a CV joint on
We
that
broke
side by
more
side,
on
and it was
that
like
side-by-side.
$88. We were in the hole.
Lost $30.
That went over about like the lottery ticket in college deal.
Oh, and then we get this big grand hustle scheme one time. For some reason, and like one of our cousins, it's Zeb's brother. He doesn't really misinform us much.
Oh, about the lottery ticket.
Yeah, but he tells us, he's like, there's a $500 winner in every roll
This
of lottery
certain roll
ticket.
of lottery tickets that they sell in Tennessee.
No, he said every roll.
This certain roll that we was buying.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, and it don't matter if it's a $1 ticket or a $100 ticket. They're $300 a roll. Well, me and Hoop's like, we had like $1,200 between us, and like that's all the money we had between us was like $1,200. And what do? 4 rolls of lottery tickets.
$300 a piece.
Yeah. We think we're going to make $200 on it, and I mean this was before you could scan them with your smartphone and all that. So we scratched for like 6 hours. Yeah. Anyone who thinks there's a $500 lottery ticket
We'd
winner.
go through $4,000 worth of lottery tickets because we'd win. You'd spend like $300 and you'd win like $180.
Yeah.
And we'd take that $180.
Oh, we thought we were doing something. We didn't realize we lost $120 though.
We'd take that $180 and go buy more and more. And we went through like $4,000 worth of lottery tickets before we realized that.
Before we were broke.
Yeah,
we didn't
we're out
stop.
of money.
I mean, yeah, we gambling
You
something.
didn't stop after your first roll and see that?
No, you can't stop. No, you can't be a winner doing that.
We don't go to
Hey,
casinos.
look here, Joe Dirt. You can't have no in your heart. Okay.
We're not good gamblers. If casinos were closer, I'd have to go to a meeting once a week.
But we go to. I love Bass Pro. I guess. I mean, I used to like it and everything. We've been to Las Vegas a few times, and everybody be like, "Hey, you want to go to Bass Pro?" Yeah. Well, they got casinos in the
Subways,
restrooms, in the
yeah.
restrooms out there. They definitely got them at Bass Pro, and yeah, we'll go to Bass Pro, and we just slip off with Mom and Dad and go pull some slots.
And those are there for hillbillies from Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
those
the
are-
lights are.
It's like a
pretty.
moth
It's
to
too
a flame.
Yes,
ain't it?
yes.
draws you in.
Yeah, Vegas is a place that Tater can't go back to for at least 5 years. Statutes of limitations. Oh gosh, but yeah, the whole thing has always been about a dog.
Yeah.
We've always our whole lives, and I would imagine when I go in the ground, I'll have a kennel full of dogs. Now I've grown up a little bit.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. I've got a family, got 2 beautiful kids and a wife.
And I know, but between me and Tater, Mom and Dad's got 2 kids, and between those 2 kids, there's been 2 grandkids and 2 marriages. So that evens out.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say Tater took the credit for all that.
Make yourself sound like the golden child.
It ain't hard to do.
Not with this
The
guy.
bar's pretty low.
Not with
ain't it?
this guy.
I know what I am.
All right, guys, we've been at it for a while. I want to express to all the listeners that the next time they see Tater's Feed and Hunting Supplies tent at a hunt, they need to come sit down
tell
with
you
y'all.
something. And most of this stuff is true.
Yeah, I know that.
99% is true.
And what's so bad is
We might forget stuff and make something up just to put it in there, but most of it's true.
Well, what's a good story without a good lie?
Yeah, I ain't gonna let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah, never. But there's so much that happens. Like, I mean, I
It's just-
guarantee you when
just
we
don't
when we
think about it. It
take
just
these
happens
headphones
so
off.
much. Like, boring people, something like this happens in their life and they don't forget about
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
it happens to us every day, so
Yeah.
we don't remember. I mean, we could probably sit here and, like I said, we could talk 3 days.
We're gonna
on
do it
junk.
again.
Oh, we have to.
We get sometime. I'm gonna come down whenever we can get someplace quiet instead of this
You need
trailer
to come
with
down
the
this
rain.
fall. Go home.
I know you sell bark collars. I was getting ready to go put it on that dog out there about
Yeah.
halfway through this podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard it's. I've heard. I don't
Yeah.
hear the yipping no more.
They bought a bark collar off of your mama when we was in here.
Shout out to Tater's Feed Hunting Supplies.
Shout out
Yeah.
to our mother for running the booth.
Yeah.
And Alan Roberts. Shout out to Alan
Yeah.
Roberts for helping run the booth.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, before we go, like I said, it's always been about a dog, and we'll get serious for a minute. We've always been coon hunters, and that's what I tell people. A lot of people get in this business to make money and have a job. We got in this business because we were coon hunters first,
Yeah.
and what else? It just made sense. What else was there for us to do in life? Obviously, the teaching didn't work out, so
It's no different than a dog that
No.
likes to run
Yeah.
deer and
Right.
you're trying to break it and
Right.
it won't stop and it won't stop. You're just gonna have to make it a deer
Yeah,
dog.
sometimes you just
go
gotta
out
have a
there
good deer
Yeah.
dog, and
and
I
those are
don't.
fun.
In states, it's legal. I've heard. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's not legal. Meth ain't
Or
legal either,
Missouri.
but a lot of people do it. Okay.
Well, I mean, whatever your cup of tea is.
But yeah, I mean, we've always been friends,
Yeah.
Josh. You've helped us out. I
Well, you
appreciate
guys have helped
and-
me out a bunch
and
too.
we
You know,
appreciate it. We
even,
really
even
do.
back in the big show production stuff, and you guys
Right.
is always helping.
Right.
All the donations you made to the Trader Inc. Youth Hunt, and the Missouri State Youth Hunt, and all
Right.
that stuff. Every time I've called, you too,
Yeah.
you've always been right there to help me.
And we're nice guys. I mean,
Yeah.
we have fun and everything.
Well,
but I've always
people
had a
don't
soft
remember.
spot.
I was set up right next to you selling coon
Right.
squallers, and you guys got
Right.
a bad man coon
We
squaller.
all-
And even when
yeah.
we were competitors, we
Exactly,
were always
wasn't
friends.
that? Exactly. Yeah, and there's always rumors. You've told me
Oh,
rumors
yeah.
you've heard. I've told you rumors, and it
Yep.
was like bad man versus big show. They
Oh,
hate,
yeah.
the
Back
show
in the
they,
day,
they
that was a
hate
big
each
deal.
other.
Yeah,
They hate
we're
Batman
over-
was hot.
We're
Yeah.
over here
And we're-
listening to Cousin Zeb stories while everybody
Exactly.
thinks we hate each
We're
other.
telling
going out to
stories.
eat and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we have made, and that's kind of what helped us in this business because Dad drug us around to the coon hunts.
Yeah, even before we sold, we
Even
come to all the
before.
hunts.
And we
hunting.
knew a lot of people, and that just kind of helped us in the
It
business
does.
because we've
It
got a
does.
lot of friends. We've
Well,
had a lot of help.
the lifetime friends we've made from this. I mean, and people that don't hunt, don't
Yeah.
go to these hunts, they don't realize. Like I had a high school teacher one time. We went to Houston for the livestock show and rodeo, and he always made fun, or didn't really make fun of me, but he always gave me crap that says, "Oh, you know someone in every city,
Yeah.
every state, and all this and that." Well, we were in Houston, Texas. We're like 14 hours from home, and this guy parks in a shopping complex that says no livestock show and rodeo parking. Owners will be towed at expense. He's like, they'll never know we went in.
Yeah, they
So
won't see
6 hours later, we come back and
it.
both
You
of
scotch
our
his trailer good? 'Cause
Oh,
this
yeah, I
sucker's
scotched
moving.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, then the mobile unit here, so we had to put our cinder block up to keep it from rolling.
We had to take it off somebody else's trailer to scotch ours.
Yeah, sorry for the vendor next door whose trailer's rolling down the hill. But anyway, so our vehicles get towed, and believe it or not, at the time, and this guy was like, my teacher was like, "Hey, who do you know down here that can help us out?" And guy I hunted dogs for had actually just moved to Houston to work
Yeah.
for an oil company, and he comes, picks us up, takes us to the impound yard. So I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like dogs have always been such a big part of our lives. I've met so many great people. I've met so many good friends, people that I could call that live 6 hours away tonight, and they would be over here to help.
Yeah.
Give you the shirt off their back. So people can think dog hunting, whatever's crazy, whatnot, but there is a community and a family behind this.
Well, we see it every time we come to an event like this, and now here I am, and I only get to see you guys once or twice a year. We talk
Yeah.
on the phone quite a
Yeah.
bit every now and
Yeah.
then, or I got to get a light, or I got to
Yeah.
get something, but I wouldn't know Hoop and Tater or Jed
Right.
Finley or Chip Kozier or Jess Dickerson came by
If
and
it
visited
wasn't
with me
for
for
a
a little bit
dog.
if
Yeah.
it wasn't for them
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
And those are
And that's-
lifetime friends.
Exactly.
And like we was talking earlier, that's kind of how tight we are, and we don't even talk about coon hunting. Now,
Yeah.
some of
No,
these guys
yeah.
that we barely know will come up, and that's all we know to talk about is
Yeah.
coon hunting. But I don't know if we've ever talked about
Yeah,
coon. I mean,
if
we'll say something.
and no
you know.
offense to all the people that have come up that I didn't know, because I get a lot of people that thanks for the
Right,
podcast
right.
and all that stuff, and I always say,
Well,
how'd
we're
you
the
do
celebrity.
how'd you do last night? Did you hunt last night?
Right.
Well, that's because I don't know 'em.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and it's
when I
nothing-
come talk to you guys, I don't care about your dog.
Who's Zeb
or-
cussed
Yeah,
out this
no,
week?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tell me a Zeb story.
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
something
we
about
don't-
Zeb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for those who don't know, we have grew up hunting plot dogs our whole
Yeah.
life. Have done a little bit of winning with a plot dog.
Yeah.
Felt like we were pretty successful with them. But it's always been about them. It's always been about the dog, even with this business, even with everything. Like I said, it's just we're dog men. We'll always be dog men, and I don't foresee us going anywhere in the future. So plan on seeing Taters Feed and Hunting Supplies and Dakota Lights around for a good long while.
Yeah, because we can't win money. We're
We couldn't
done
keep
with
it real.
college, and we
Until they
can't
start
win no
giving
money
away
on
free
lottery
CDs
tickets.
again.
Yeah.
You guys are just going to have to keep selling stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, Spotify's run that. I'll never win another CD. Now I pay.
Class action lawsuit against Spotify.
Now I pay $10 a month to listen to Josh's podcast.
There you
and I
go.
can't even win a free CD.
Oh god. But yeah, we're just coon hunters.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
That's all we've ever been.
I appreciate you guys sitting down with me. It was fun, and I knew it would be. If we're gonna do it again, I'm
Yeah,
coming
we've-
down to Tennessee, and we're gonna do
We've
it
just
again.
now scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah.
you've got to come down during the fall. You got to come down during bear season.
I will.
That's when bear season gets legal and open up. You need to come down and hunt with us.
I'll be there with bells on,
Yes.
fellas.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
thanks again. Like I said, check them out. You guys got a Facebook page, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
Dakota
Check
Lights
it.
and Taters Feeding Hunt
Yeah,
Supplies.
check them out on the
Random
Facebook
Pics of
page.
Zeb.
Random Pics of Zeb on Facebook. Get a hold of these guys. They never answer their phone. Just send them a Facebook message. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Shoot them a text, and a couple of weeks later they'll get back with you. But good products and good guys.
You got to wait on service to kick in sometimes in mountains. If the barometric pressure's off just right, we have
Yeah,
no
there you
Wi-Fi in the mountains.
If Tater and Hoop are going hunting, you're probably going to be disappointed that day.
Yep. That's fine with me. I know what going in, so I ain't worried about it. You get back with me eventually.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, fellas. This is the Fueled by Joy podcast, and we appreciate you listening.
She'll never die of starvation, although she'll never eat. Maggie, the mud full of bravery and guts, and always at my feet. Her ribs are showing, her howl is long, but she refuses to die. Maggie will live 100 years longer than I. Maggie, the mud's always down in a rut, looking for some bone that she buried. Maggie, the mud don't get scars, only cuts. She loves me and will not share me. Oh, she loves me and will not share me. Those that do not know, Maggie in the mud ain't nothing but a reflection of my soul. Oh, Maggie the mud's always down in a rut, looking for some bone that she buried. Maggie the mud don't get scars, only cuts. She loves me and will not share me. Oh, she loves me and will not share me. Oh, she loves me and will not ever share me.